How you doing there? Welcome back to BavaKama Talmud. Today we're studying Daf Pei Aleph, Daf 81 of Masechta BavaKama. Friends, yo friends. Friends. So friends. Okay, friends. Alright. Friends, here's the deal with Daf Pei Aleph, alright? You want to know what the deal is with Daf Pei Aleph? Here's the deal with Pei Aleph. I'll tell you what's with Pei Aleph. Daf Pei Aleph is a relatively large daf, relatively not difficult. There's a lot of technical stuff that I probably don't understand. Okay. So, like, do you get like what I'm saying? It's like that kind of a daf. Just like, kind of big, not so hard, bunch of random stuff. Yeah, okay. Okay, we're going to start in Daf Pei Amud Beis. I think, I don't know, maybe I just don't get stuff, but it's that kind of a daf. It's a kind of daf where, like, you know, I just like don't get stuff, and like, I guess maybe I didn't try hard enough to get it. Sorry, maybe. Maybe we'll see what I'm talking about, like, as we do it, you know. Okay, it's just like random stuff, I guess. We're going to start in Daf Pei Amud Beis all the way at the bottom, last line of the page. Tana Rabbanan the Rabbi Stora Asar Tanoyin Hisna Yoshua. So Yoshua, Joshua, the student of Moses, who took the Yidden into Eretz Yisrael, right? The Yidden have been in Eretz Yisrael for a long time. Ready for Yoshua, Joshua took the Yidden into Eretz Yisrael, and we're here now. Baruch Hashem. All right. So Asar Tanoyin Hisna Yoshua. So Yoshua, Joshua made some conditions over there. And here we go. We're going to list actually 11 conditions. The Gemara is going to try to understand why there are 11 if we're saying there's 10, but okay. Sheyumarin b'chorshin, that the people can graze in the forest. Now, I don't know, is it talking about behemadaka? I mean, yeah, I guess maybe we had said behemadaka. You see, it's very technical stuff, you see already. Umlaktin eitzim bistoseim, and you can collect wood in people's fields. Umlaktin asavim b'chomakim, you can collect grass wherever you want, chutz mitilsam, but not fenugreek. You see what I'm saying? Because b'mnetiyas b'chol makom chutz migrofias shel zayis, and you can, like, I don't know, take. You see what I'm saying? Like, you can like take, like, I don't know, a thing from like, you could take like a branch from like a tree for some reason, maybe like to like want to graft it or something. Chutz migrofias shel zayis, you just can't do it from a olive tree when it's like, I don't know, like towards the bottom of the stump. You see what I'm saying? And if there's like a new stream in town, there's like some guy made a stream, maybe like a man-made stream. I don't know, there's like a new stream, a new water source, so the people could take water from it. You see what I'm saying? And you can fish in the Kinneret. Even though the Kinneret is in the portion of Naphtali, but still all the Yidden can fish in the Kinneret. As long as you don't, I don't know, make some kind of, I don't know, some kind of thing, like put like, I don't know, like poles in the water and like create some kind of like trap because it could like interfere with the boats. See what I'm saying? And you can defecate behind the fence. Okay, even if the field is filled with saffron. Okay, again, you see what I mean? You can walk on the Shvili Rishus until the second rain. Do you know what that means? That means that, okay, I guess I may as well explain it. What that means is that after the people harvest their fields, so they're not necessarily using their fields, right? So I'm not much of a farmer. I'm more of a stay-insider. I do buy fruits and vegetables, but that does not make me a farmer. So here's what I gather. I guess, no pun intended. Here's what I gather about farming, which is you like plant stuff, and then you wait, and then during the rainy season it rains and it like grows and stuff, and then after the rainy season you collect all your stuff, And then I guess from that point, from the time that everything's harvested until you got to start all over again. So let's say you're harvesting in I don't know, April, May time, and you're not going to be seeding again until September, October. So in the meantime, you're not really, I guess, using the field that much, I guess. So like the people, so the people are allowed to walk on the field, right? To like a shortcut or something like that. Because why not? So they could use the field as a shortcut only until the second rain, right? Meaning, so when it starts raining again, once the second rain comes, the people have to stop using it as a shortcut in order to allow the field to do its thing and provide food. Okay, where am I again? Okay, if you're walking on a road and it's like all bumpy and everything, so you can go off to the side of the road to go around the bumps, even though the side of the road might be somebody's private property. And somebody who's lost in the vineyards, you can cut through the vines in order to get the heck out of there. And if there's a dead body someplace, you could bury it where you find it in that place. You see what I'm saying? There's like 11 things listed over here, and they're just kind of like a random bunch and like pretty technical stuff. So basically the idea is I'm just like going to read this stuff and let's go. Okay. How does that sound? Okay. So it says the Gemara, that they could graze in the forests. Says it's only a behema. There, I guess there's our answer. A behema daka, like a sheep or a goat, can like graze in a large forest. Aval daka bedaka, but a small animal in a small forest, v'gasa b'gasa, or a big animal in a big forest, lo, no. V'choshkin gasa bedaka de lo, and certainly a big animal in a little space, you can't just let your animal graze in somebody else's forest, because it's going to like eat too much and make too much of a difference in that person's forest. And you can collect wood from people's fields. Because remember, friends, I think the point of all these enactments were so that people will help each other out, right? Right? That Yoshua brought the Yidden into Eretz Yisrael so that will help each other out. Not like me that I just sit here and complain. Speaking about complaining, right before I started recording, I heard the power washers driving into town. So I have, of course, my noise canceling headphones, so I don't hear them, Baruch Hashem, but maybe you hear them, I don't know. So if you do, my apologies in advance. Hopefully we won't get washed away. I'm telling you, these noise canceling headphones make such a big difference. Just yesterday, somebody asked me a question and it required a response, and just as I was about to respond, the power washers rolled up and drove me nuts. So I just took my noise canceling headphones, put them in. Very, very helpful. Very, very helpful. Okay. So where am I? I was just complaining. All right. Where are we? Right, exactly. Right, exactly. So Yoshua, when he brought the Yidden to Eretz Yisrael, he was trying to prevent people like me, people, they get upset about the power washing, here they are, people, they're trying to keep the place clean and I'm just complaining. So that is not why Yoshua brought us into Eretz Yisrael. He brought into Eretz Yisrael so you could say, wow, thank you for power washing the streets so that they're nice and clean. What about the fact that it makes a freaking ton of noise and it's so annoying? Like that, no, you see, that's not the point. To be just chilled out, not like me. I'm very uptight, So Akoponim. So where were we? Exactly. So you should just let the people come into your field and take your wood. Okay. So that's what I'm trying to say. So Malakdim Eitzim Mistosem. So you can collect wood from people's fields. Lo Amor and Ela Behizme Vehege. But that's only. I don't remember exactly how to define these. Like prickly, perchy kind of things. Why not? Let's be honest. If I got you the actual translation, would it make a difference? Would it change your life? How about this? I'll find the actual translation, and you'll tell me if it changed your life or if it like changed your experience of his stuff. You see, I got to make a point over here. Okay. So let's see. Hizme vehege are defined as prickly shrubs and trees. What did I say? Prickly things. Is that vastly different? I don't think so. Not for me, at least. So, okay, so Lamar Nela behizme vehege. So they're only like prickly shrubs and trees. Aval b'shar eitzim, but other trees, like starke trees, you got to leave those. You can't just take people's wood like that. And even with the prickly trees and shrubs, I think it was prickly shrubs and trees, you can collect them only when they're still connected to the ground. I think you can like chop a branch or something. But if they're already disconnected from the ground, then you can't take it. Because maybe the owner of the field wants it. And even when they are connected to only the moist ones. But if they're dry, then I guess they're good firewood, so you have to leave those low. And when you take them from when you take the moist branches that are connected to these prickly bushes and trees, make sure not to like uproot it and cause like irreparable damage or something like that. How's Daf Pei Aleph going? Like I said, it's just a bunch of random technical stuff. And you can collect grass wherever you want, chutz mistei tilson, but not fenugreek. If you have a fenugreek field, you can't collect grass from fenugreek fields. The name of the tilson, mailula asavim. Does that imply that grass is good for the fenugreek, and that therefore you have to leave it? For a minute, we have a contradiction. Tilson she also im mini asavim. That if you have fenugreek that grew with a bunch of different grasses and you're concerned about kilayim, different species being together, don't worry, you can leave it. We don't force him to immediately uproot the grass, because he's going to uproot the grass anyways, because grass is bad for fenugreek. So I don't understand. On the one end, we're saying that grass seems to be good for fenugreek, but at the same time, grass seems to be bad for fenugreek. Omar Rav Yirmiyah Lokasha Khan Lizera Khan Lizirin. It depends if you want it for just the seeds or for the stalks. Lizera Kashula Asavim. Grass is bad for the fenugreek seeds, because they make the fenugreek seeds weak. Lizirin, but for the fenugreek stalks, the grass is taka good for the stalks. Because then when there's grass and there's the fenugreek stalks, the stalks, when they get tired of standing for so long, they can just kind of lean on the grass, and therefore it's beneficial for the stalks in that regard. But you say, alternatively, it depends if you want the fenugreek for the people or for the animals. The cave in the behemoth desire asov nami mi boy lo. So if you're growing the fenugreek for the animals, well, animals like grass too, so leave the grass, because then you can get the fenugreek, you can get the grass and all that stuff. Now, how do we know if the fenugreek is being grown for the people or for the animals, so that we can know if we can take the grass or not? So Rav Papa says, shari mishari lo adam lav shari mishari behema. Well, if it's planted in like, I think it was like organized patches or whatever, so then it's for the people. But if it's just kind of random, then it's going to be for the animals. Alright? So if you're walking down the road and wherever you live and you see fenugreek, so now you know the halacha. Alright, let's go weiter. And you can take like branches from like a tree or something, if you want it for like maybe grafting, or I don't really know. Chutz migrofias shel zayis, but don't take these like, I don't know, branch thingies from trees, if it's like the bottom two tfachim of like an olive tree. Perishab tanchum barius mishum zakin echad bezayis, that when it comes to an olive tree, kibetza, so then you have to leave like, I don't know, a stump the size of an egg or something, like protruding from the tree. Bekanim v'gefanim, on reeds and on vines, min apkaku l'mayla, you have to, I guess, leave from the knot of the vine and upwards. V'shakol, also all the other trees, mina ubo, from the min ubo shel ilan, from the fruits of the tree. I don't really remember what that is. What does that say? Enough of harachin vidakin, from like the soft branches. But not from the starker branches. Min chadash eno osa peris, you could take from new branches that aren't yet making fruits. V'lo min yashon, not from old branches, shu osa peris, which are already making fruits. Min makom she'ena roya sachama, you take from a part of the tree that doesn't see the sun. V'lo min makom shu roya sachama, not from a part of the tree that sees the sun. Shnemar umi megit tfo shamish, that like sun is good for produce and stuff, and therefore if it's like a branch that would see the sun, so then leave it so that it can make produce. But if it's a part that doesn't see the sun, so then you could take it. Chaver, let's go weiter. And if there's a new stream in town, the people could take water from it. Says but they have to pay him for the water. But the halacha is not like Rabba bar Rav Huna. You could fish with like a fishing rod in the Kinneret. As long as you don't, I don't know, put some kind of fishing thingy in the water, which could like interfere with boats and like mess up boats. But you can use different kinds of nets, that's fine. Initially, the tribes made deals with each other that not to fish with things that would be disruptive to boats. But use different kinds of nets, and that would be fine. And then Yoshua came and like made it official and said, yeah, this is something that you're allowed to do. That the Kinneret is in the portion of Naphtali. Not only that, Naphtali also took a little sliver in the south of the Kinneret, the Kaim Mashinemar, like the pasuk says, Yom V'darim Yerusha, that'll have the sea and south of it. Tani Reb Shimon ben Elazar, almost says Reb Shimon ben Elazar. Wait, one second, let me see something. Okay. Where am I? Tani Reb Shimon ben Elazar. Omer Tzlushin Shebaharim. That if you see like trees that are like, knocked down, that like have fallen down in the mountains, so anybody could take that wood. But if they're attached to the ground, so then that tree belongs. If it's attached to the ground, it belongs to whoever's portion that tree is in. And every single tribe of Israel, every single tribe has land in the mountains, in the lowlands, in the open lands, in the valleys. Shenemar, as the apostle says, Pnusu lachem, go and travel. Uvo har Amori, go to the Amorite mountain. Ve'el kol shchenav, and all of its neighbors. Barova, Bahar, Vashvela, V'negav, V'chof hayom, V'gomer, V'chena tamotzu b'chnainim. And Prizim, you also find with the Knaims and the Prizims, both Mariim, Shelefneim, Shenemar, Ve'el kol shchenav, Alma, Shchenav, Hachiavu. Alright, apparently all the people had all these different kinds of lands. And you can defecate behind a fence. Okie dokie. Even if the field is filled with, what did we say that was? Saffron. And you can, says Rav Yaakov, it's saying that you can take a stone from the fence in order to clean yourself. Okay. Rav Chizah says, even on Shabbos. Okay. Masud Chachsida Shakil Mahader, interesting. Masud Chachsida took a stone, cleaned himself with it, and put it back. From the Shammai Zil Sharke, and then he says to his attendant, now, I guess after Shabbos, he says, go and cement it back and make it permanent. And you can walk on the Shvilei Rishus that I spoke about, like when the people aren't using their fields, so then the people could walk there until the second rain. And for us, even dew is difficult for them. I guess maybe what he's saying is that, like, I don't know, even prior to the second rains, once there's dew, then the people shouldn't be walking. Then the people shouldn't be walking there, even from the dew, because it'll mess up the fields. And I guess it's talking about maybe after they planted the seeds already, but before the second rains. But then even the dew makes the fields really soft, and walking on it can like mess up the seeds. Okay, where am I? All right. You can go on the sides of the roads to avoid like the bumps in the road. Shmuel and Rav Yehuda were going on the way. And Shmuel went to the side of the road. Rav Yehuda says, Rav Yehuda Tanoin Shehisna Yoshua, Afilu b'Bavel. So Rabbi Yehuda asked Shmuel. So when Yoshua made these conditions, are they even in Babylonia? Omer le shani Omer afilu b'chutzlar. So Shmuel says, well, I think it's even not just in, I mean, it's in, anywhere in chutzlar. It's not even. I think what the point is that, like, well, at least in Bavel there's a lot of Yidden at least, but I think Shmuel is saying anywhere in chutzlar you'd be able to avoid the bumps. You can walk on the side of the road. Rebbe v'Reb Chia. Rebbe and Reb Chia were traveling together. There were bumps in the road, so they went off to the side of the road. Also, Rabbi Yehuda ben Knusa was walking in front of them. Meaning, he didn't go off the road. He walked on the bumpy road. So Rebbe says to Reb Chia, who is this fellow who is like, making himself out to be so great that, I don't want to walk on the sides of the roads because it's somebody else's property. I'm going to walk on the bumps of the roads. Rebbe says, who's this show off? So Reb Chia says to Rebbe, Shema, Rabbi ben Knusa Tamidi, who maybe it's Rabbi ben Knusa, my student, but don't worry, he's not being a show off. Everything that he does is for the sake of heaven. Kimatu Lagabe, when they caught up with Rabbi Yehuda ben Knusa Chazieh, so Rebbe saw him, and he says to him, Ilav Yehuda ben Knusa at, if not for the fact that you are Yehuda ben Knusa, Gzartinu, I would have decreed, Gzartinu l'shakach begizur the fires, I would have hacked off your legs with iron whackers, like an iron club. So it's a good thing that you are you. Okay. I feel like the point is he would have excommunicated him. Somebody who's lost in the vineyards, he can like slash his way out and like, slash through the vines in order to get out. If somebody sees his friend is like lost is like stuck in a vineyard, he can like slash through the vines in order to get to his friend until he can extract his friend to the city or to the path. Also, if a fellow himself is stuck in the vineyard, he can slash his way out until he gets to the city or to the way. How come we have to have, and similarly, he can extract himself? Well, his friend, that he could see his friend, he knows exactly how to get to him and make a clean path. So there he can slash his way to get to the fellow. But the fellow himself who's stuck in there, that he doesn't exactly know how he's going to get out, lo nifsog, we won't allow him to slash his way because he's going to cause too much damage trying to figure out, where he's going. Maybe, I guess this assumes that he was able to like turn back and go to the other end of the vineyard or something. Kamash Malan, no, we're saying that he could still slash his way out. But this is the Oraisa, right? Why we don't need Yoshua to say that he could slash his way out of the vineyard. It's the Oraisa, the time that we learn in Braisa. Hashavas gufo minayin. How do you know that a person can return his own body? Tamlim vashevosa, right? It says by Hashavas haveda that you return it, and I guess that applies even to himself, returning himself if he's lost, I guess, by slashing his way out of the vineyard. The Oraisa who Dekoi be mitzrei, also who talking to mafsik v'lo mafsik v'yorid. I don't know. The oraisa, I guess you would get yourself back out by like going back out to the edges of the field or something. But Yoshua says that he can even slash his way out. And if you find the dead body on the road, right, so you could bury it in the place. But we have a contradiction that if you find a dead body on a road, or the smallest strata, you move it to the right of the road or to the left of the road. Stay near. If on one side there is a empty field and on the other side there's a plowed field, move the corpse to the abandoned field. Stay near v'stay if there's a plowed field on one side and a seeded field on the other side. Stay near. Move the corpse to the plowed field, but not the seeded. Or is that called a sown field? I don't know. If both of them were empty, or both of them were plowed, or both of them were seeded, so then just put it on either side that you want. So it sounds like you don't bury it where it is, you move it off to the side. So Amr Rav Bevai b'mutol ala meitzer, well, it's talking about where the mace is like mamish in the middle of the road, which means that you don't want to bury it in its place, because then you're going to have to become tamei necessarily if you're on the road. So therefore, since you have to move it anyway, so you can move it in either side you want. To which they say, wait a second, we said that Yoshua had 10 items, but we listed 11. So Mahalchim B'Shvili HaRishus Shlomo Amora. Well, the idea of like when you harvest your field, you should let people walk there, that was actually from King Solomon. Because the Tanyas we learn in the Braysa, if you have a fellow who's already harvested his field and he doesn't let the people walk there, what do the people say about this fellow? What's the deal? I don't understand. Why does he just let us walk on his field? What benefit does he get from preventing us? All of a course of Omer, it says about the fellow miyos tov atikura, from being, if you could be good, don't be bad. Miyos tov atikura. Does it say anywhere if you could be good, don't be bad? In yo ksiv, it says ki agavno atimna tov mi bailov bios lekel yo dechol asos. Period. I guess. Was that possible? Did I read that right? Almost right. So don't I guess be bad if you can be good. V'suleka, there are only these. There are no more of these things that Yoshua kind of like laid out for the people. V'ha'ika, what about Rabbi Yehuda? The Tanya Rabbi Yehuda, Omer says Rabbi Yehuda, b'shasotzaz zvalim adamotzi zvalim l'rishus harabim, that a person could bring out, I guess, like manure to rishus harabim, v'tzovro kol shloshim, and you can just like make like a huge pile of manure in Rishus Harabim, Kadesh Nishop Raglelim, so people will step in it, Uvragle Behema, and I guess the animals will step in it. Shamanasken in Yoshua Asar, that's why Joshua brought the Yidden into Eretz Yisrael, so that they can make big piles of manure for people to step in. And what about Rabbi Shmuel ben Yochanan ben Broka? The Tanya Rabbi Shmuel ben Yochanan ben Broka, Omer Tanai Bezdin Hu Sheizeh Yord L'soch Sadeu. Where am I? A fellow can go into his friend's field. If I don't know, a friend's a beekeeper or something, and like his bees got away, and they're all like chilling on his friend's branch in his friend's field, he can go into his friend's field and cut off the branch to get back his bees, and that's cool because that's why Joshua brought us into Eretz Yisrael, so that we'll be okay with our friends doing that. And then he just pays him back for his branch. If you have two people, one guy's got like a barrel of honey, the other one's got a barrel of wine, and the barrel of honey breaks, so the fellow with the wine should spill out his wine, so that the fellow with the honey could put his honey into the intact wine barrel, because I guess the honey is more expensive than the wine. And then the fellow who spilled out his wine can then get paid back from the value of the honey that was saved. I thought that we had seen at some point that actually if you have two people and one person spills out his wine to save the honey, I thought he cannot make that claim. Oh yeah, what does Tosfos say? Yeah, it looks like Tosfos has the kasha. Oh, whoa, that's an iceberg Tosfos. Oh, wow. Not a major iceberg, but it looked like a small little Tosfos on Pei Aleph and Beis, but it doesn't end. It goes weiter into Pei Beis and Aleph. Alright, let me tell you. Okay. Fine, Shechaver, v'tanai bezninu. Also, if you have a guy with wood and a guy with flax, and I guess the flax is going to get ruined, so you chuck your wood in order to save your friend's flax, and then you can get paid back for your wood from the value of the flax, which I guess is more expensive. That is why Joshua brought us into Eretz Yisrael, so that we'll kind of help each other out. And for the Gemara, B'chidai Ka'aminon, well, those are specific people, right? That was Rabbi Shmuel ben Yochanan ben Broka. That was Rabbi Yehuda. more general kind of things. Okay, also Ravin, but when Ravin says, what about the following? If you have a tree that like its branches go into your friend's field, or that it's within 16 amas of the fence or something, and apparently you're not supposed to do that because it's like going to be, I don't know, taking stuff from like your friend's field, like nutrients and stuff. I don't know. Maybe Vikora, you could still bring Bikurim, even though you're like getting benefit from your friend's field by having your tree so close there. That's why Joshua brought the Yidden into Eretz Yisrael, so that they'll look out for each other. So what about that one? That seems to be an extra one. Elamantana Asara Tanoin Shisne Yoshua. So who's the one who says that the Davka 10? Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi. It's Davka Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi who says that. Rav Gvia Mibeksil Masni Lo Behedra, he says it explicitly. Rav Tanchum Various Amim Shum Zakin Echad Umanu Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi Asar Tanoin Isne Yoshua. That Davka Rabbi Yeshua says it's the Rav Tanchum and Various say explicitly that it's Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi who says that there are these 10 things. Friends, that was the Pei Aleph of the Aleph and the Amud Beis of Masechta BavaKama. Enjoy. Peace out.